Video Diary 4 by Deja Finch. 6 elements of libel. The first one is defamation. A statement made about a person that damages their reputation. Falsity is false information. Communication is a story or statement that must have been broadcast and published where at least one person heard it. Identification, story or statement that identifies the individual by name or in a clear way. Fault is the outlet knew the story was false and strongly suspected it was false and broadcasted it. Harm is a story harmed the individual. Libel per se is a direct accusation. For example, John Smith is an adulterer. Libel per quad is indirect, more like an insinuation, such as Mrs. Jane Smith was frequently alone in her home with John Jones. There are 3 different defenses against libel. Libel is when the media must prove that their statement holds some truth. The plaintiff has the burden of proving that the statement is false. There are also certain privileged sources of information that is protected in libel cases. Most governmental meetings and court records are considered privileged. Fair comment and criticism is the media is allowed to analyze and critique performances of public persons. New York Times versus Sullivan. In 1960, the New York Times ran an editorial ad that was paid by the civil rights group called the Committee to Defend Martin Luther King and the Struggle of Freedom in the South. This ad expressed their displeasure with police treatment of demonstrators during a protest at Alabama State College in Montgomery. However, the ad contained numerous factual errors. For example, students sang the Star-Spangled Banner, "Not My Country 'Tis of Thee." No student was expelled for demonstrating, and Dr. King was only arrested 4 times, not 7. Montgomery Police Commissioner L.B. Sullivan was not pleased with the ad. He and other Montgomery officials had filed a libel lawsuit against the Times. Sullivan was awarded $500,000 in damages from the state Supreme Court. But the U.S. Supreme Court had overturned that judgment, saying that the newspaper should not be punished for honest misstatements, even if they are embarrassing. In a libel suit, the person must prove if the newspaper was involved in actual malice. Actual malice involves printing a statement with knowledge that it was false and or printing a statement with reckless disregard of whether it was false or not, or with a reckless disregard for the truth. With knowledge that it was false means that a reporter or editor knew beforehand that information in an article or ad was not true, but the story was printed anyway. Reckless disregard for the truth means the media outlet was reckless or careless. A public official is anyone that is elected to public office, from the president to a county clerk. Public figures are celebrities who voluntarily place themselves in public eye. Public figures are people who are widely known and recognized. Limited or vortex public figures are people who voluntarily enter the public to try to change the outcome of a public controversy. Privacy laws involves tort actions or civil lawsuits in which someone sues another party. There are 4 basic areas or torts in privacy law. Princess Diana of Wales had died in a car accident in Paris in 1997. Many Hollywood celebrities spoke out against the intrusive tactics of paparazzi who had been following Diana's car on motorcycle the night of the accident. It's a news clip of celebrities trying to stop the paparazzi.
Emotional fight between the public and the paparazzi. Actress Jennifer Garner broke down in tears today, describing a daily assault by aggressive photographers determined to get photos of her and her children. ABC's Nick Watt has that.
Today, Jennifer Garner took her family's fight against the paparazzi to California's State Assembly.
I don't want a gang of shouting, arguing, law-breaking photographers who camp out everywhere we are, all day, every day, to continue traumatizing my kids. Thank you for the opportunity to testify today. Sorry.
It is completely legal to photograph celebrities' children, but Garner and fellow actress Halle Berry are championing a bill that would make a snapper who, quote, seriously alarms, annoys, torments, or terrorizes a child in the process liable to fines and jail time.